I'm Janet Peters. I'm a scholarly associate professor in psychology, and I'm also the director of instructional excellence and innovation. I was an undergraduate. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and someone had given me some advice of just take different classes and explore what you like. And so I ended up taking an intro to psych class. Honestly, I had a really good mentor when I was an undergraduate, someone who really sort of embodied this idea of passionate teaching and showed me sort of that side of academics. And it wasn't something I'd ever experienced before. I'm a first-gen student. I was happy to be at college, let alone getting a peek behind what went into being an academic. And so from my mentor's encouragement, applying to graduate school, and then in graduate school, because of the kind of psychologist that I am, a lot of people go into applied work. But I just really always loved teaching ever since that early mentorship of working with students and sort of impacting in that way. So that's how I really got into academics, was seeing someone else who loved it. One of the beautiful things about psychology is that is so much more than what most people think of, right? Again, most people think of therapy, they think of client treatment, and that certainly is an aspect of psychology. But really, psychology as a science, the way that we learn about behavior, applies to this like multitude of areas. From the teaching aspect, was really this combination of observing others do it well, wanting to do it well for myself, and just having sort of the curiosity and the passion. For helping other faculty, that's been newer in my career, honestly. Normally I'm very student-centered with working with the students in my class. And through the directorship position, it's really been working with other faculty and having the opportunity to meet faculty where they are, whether that's a brand new faculty who's never taught before or someone who has a lot more experience, and saying, okay, how do we add some skills in or layer in some of these high impact practices in ways that maybe they just hadn't thought of before or had the resources before. You know, I think the thing that led me into service learning is I had taught, the one course that introduced me to the idea was statistics, because I had taught it before. I had taught it a few times before, and I just always walked away from the class thinking, like, did students understand why that was important? Did they understand why, as psych majors, we have them take statistics? And that's true across the United States. It's a required course for almost every single institution. And it just felt, I just felt that connection was weak. And so introducing the service learning project was really my way to show students, look at these skills you're developing and look how they matter. You know, psych students are really driven by helping others, and they have this strong desire. And by tapping into that for these projects, it really sort of changed this idea of like, wow, here's a totally different way of helping people than I had ever pictured before.
So far I took statistics and psychology with Dr. Peters last semester, and I'm currently TAing for her in that class, and I'm also taking research methods with her at the moment. Aside from helping me develop my critical thinking skills and applying statistics, Dr. P has actually taught me to be more confident. She's helped me develop my character a lot, and she has taught me that my thoughts are valuable and that I have things to contribute and I have things to share. Dr. P really does do an amazing job at creating a welcoming and interactive environment. You can tell she definitely cares for each and every one of her students, and she always encourages us to work in groups, and she'll even take the time to make sure that we're compatible as groups and that we feel comfortable working with others.
Janet's outstanding ability as an instructor is not just limited to the psychology classroom. She brings that passion for teaching and her dedication to student success to her role as the director of instructional excellence and innovation on our campus.
She's just a good colleague, and so I was on the Pullman campus for a lot of years before coming here, and when I was letting people know that I was transitioning to the WSU Tri-Cities, I consistently got two comments like, oh, you're gonna be able to shop at Target, and oh my gosh, you'll get to work with Janet Peters, and that is truth. I guess I would say I'm really lucky to have people in my life who have invested in me. I think one of the hallmarks of transformational leadership is that the leaders make their followers better, right? They give them skills they didn't have before, and they help them reach their potential. And I think I've been really lucky to have people in my life that have done that for me, that have invested and said, I want to help you be the best version of yourself. I have mentors throughout undergraduate and graduate school, my husband and my family. I think here at WSU Tri-Cities, I have lots of them that have felt like they've seen potential in me and were willing
to sometimes at their own sacrifice to invest and to mentor and guide and support me. And so I'm deeply, deeply appreciative of that, of those people that have done that for me.